Been to Hawaii. That's a whole
Greetings YouTube, LMS Tactical, and my daughter Tuin. It's one of my two daughters. Got 7 kids in case you didn't know. So we're out here walking along and I thought, you know what? I'm a content creator. Maybe I ought to make a video. So I don't have any idea what we're going to talk about. We just test fired my new gun back there. That was cool.
And I'm deaf.
And she's deaf now, but maybe we'll post that. But what I was thinking about was, you know, you saw the last video, I think, when I went to the hospital 2 days ago. My face was all swollen out from some anaphylaxis shit. Thank you guys for the well wishes, too. That was cool. I appreciate that. So here's what I was thinking. I was just telling my daughter, because I know a lot of my subscribers are from South Africa. So I'm trying to figure out how to couch this so that it doesn't sound wrong. I'll just let it flow. So I know a lot about South Africa, obviously, because I'm hyper-focused on it. And I have seen, this is an example, but I've seen a lot of videos. And of course, with the family that's living with us that we're sponsoring, I've heard a lot of stories about hospitals. And as I understand it over there, if you have, and you know, Americans that are watching, pay attention to this, because especially if you're young and you're into this Bernie Sanders free bullshit, free medical care, everything's free communism, socialism crap that doesn't work. South Africa is a communist country. She was born in Vietnam, communist country. Look at this road, it looks so cool. We're just strolling along out here in the wilderness, and we ain't afraid of Bigfoot or nothing, because we're survivors, and we're armed to the teeth. But you know, so healthcare in South Africa, you guys correct me if I'm wrong a little bit, but if you have private healthcare, which costs a fortune, you get to go to a better hospital, but you got to pay right when you get there, kind of thing. They got to know you got the money. If you don't, you go to the regular government hospitals, I guess you would call them, public hospital. Now, everybody knows that the whites are the minority in South Africa, so you're treated like shit everywhere you go. But you end up in a hospital staffed by South African blacks, where 90% of who want you dead. And I've seen this. Old men and women lying in their own shit. No sheets on the blanket or on the bed if they have a bed. The abuse, the neglect, the scum, the blood all over the walls. I just saw some pictures yesterday morning of that somebody sent me from a hospital restroom. Looked like a fucking homicide scene. It's just the way it is. And always check your 6, because you don't ever want anybody sneaking up on you. Don't worry, there's nobody out here, it's just us. So, that's right, you never know. So I get in the hospital there, you know, so I go sit there and, hey, look, you know, my face is they bring me back, fill out the paper. I say, look, man, I'm going to put this on the VA. Okay, yeah, we'll bill the VA, whatever. They just rush you in to see you. The place was crowded. And like everywhere in the world, about 90% of the hospital workers are not American, or at least not natural Americans. Well, am I offending somebody? I don't know how to fucking say it. They're foreigners. The doctor was a Pakistani. The nurses are usually Filipinos and whatnot. Whatever. The point is, now the first person that was coming in to do my IVs and shit, she was a black African American. No, was she African American? She was black. Maybe she wasn't from America. Who knows? She had an accent. Not bad looking either. Anyways, sorry.
Mom?
So sorry. So I'm still a man. Don't mean that I step out. It just means I look in. So you know, do you need a blanket? Are you cold? You know, can I gift you a pillow? Blah, blah, blah. And I was, you know, I'm used to it because I go to the hospital a lot because I like hospital food.
So that's why you like the hospital.
And I like the women's, and I like the attention they give me. Hey, I think this is that sign up here, Charlie Road.
Oh,
so,
are we back to where we started?
No, but we're like on the opposite end.
Oh, I see it.
So weird. There's a little story here. My other dog, I digress a little. Golden Retriever, Charlie. I was walking him along on his last walk out here before he had to be put to sleep. It was terrible. And I said, hey man, why don't you stop over here? Because he was posed for pictures. I'd be like, hey, let me take a picture of you. He sits down, I back up, and here's what I see. I'm on Charlie Road. What are the odds of you stopping where you've never been before with your dog named Charlie and having him sit for a picture and he's standing by a sign that says Charlie Road and he's getting ready to die? That's freaking weird. So anyways, it comes time for me to get a CAT scan. So this guy, foreign dude, for whatever that's worth. He's wheeling me in a wheelchair, you know, this long hallway. And I'm looking around, man, and you could eat off the floor. I'm going somewhere with this. I get into the freaking, the room to do the CAT scan. Non-American guys and girls, nice as can be. Go through this freaking expensive CAT scan, get wheeled back, and I start thinking about South African hospitals and Venezuelan hospitals and Cuban hospitals. Russian hospital. Why are Russian hospitals always that ugly fucking blue? What's going on with that? And I start thinking about that. We don't know how good we have it here, Americans. Why are so many people trying to change what we have here? And I have an answer for it. It's because they've never been anywhere. People that have been around the world a little bit and have seen shit that they can compare this to don't so easily buy into what their liberal, commie, fucking socialist teachers tell them about how fucked up we are, because the very land that I'm walking on was stolen from us, or stolen from the Indians by us. Nobody loves Native Americans more than me. I wish I had Native American blood just because I think they're so cool. But let me tell you something about that. I don't cry a tear about stealing their land. You know why? Because I'm a realist. If somebody didn't steal it, I wouldn't be here. There's one selfish reason. But another reason is this. And this goes for you black Africans too, that are bitching about, you know, the Europeans that are there and all this other shit. There is not one civilized society that did not steal the ground that they built their civilization on from some weaker society. It's not my fault. Now, the Native Americans were brilliant people, artistic people, land-loving people, and this can be applied to the Africans and everybody. They did their thing with the land they had. But guess what? There's always a darker side. There's not a tribe of Native Americans that wasn't either enslaved or enslaving other tribes. And that goes all the way back into South America with the Aztecs and the Incas. Everybody's had slaves. The Chinese, there's Muslim countries that still have slaves today. But you got these liberals over here that want me to feel guilty for some shit that none of my ancestors had nothing to do with. You got people in South Africa that want the white people there to fucking be punished for shit that people did 400 years ago. It's not logical. It's not logical. In the American sense, and I've said this before, there was an ocean. And on one side of the ocean, people were fucking wearing loincloths and hunting buffalo with stone-tipped spear points that I still find and collect today. I love them. On the other side of the water, guys were building ships, weapons, cannons, and exploring and navigating, learning about the stars. I'm not saying they were smarter, so I don't think you're ready for that truth. No, just kidding. But when the explorers meet the sedentary population across the water, who do you think's going to win that conflict? It's the guys with the boom booms. That's just what happens. I've never gone down that way. This leads back to the parking lot. That way I've never been. What do you want to do?
I don't know. You want to go down here?
We can go down there. So, if we get lost, it's your fault. I got one candy bar. We'll fight over it.
No.
So, you know, this has gone from appreciating hospitals to giving up on this fucking somebody owes me shit because I stole from them. First of all, the people that were involved in apartheid that set it up aren't here. People that were born in the apartheid years weren't responsible for it. Hey, look at that bird. You're looking at us, ain't you, fella? God, that would be a good picture if I had my big camera out. Look at him. Caw! Caw! Don't worry, I speak the language. Caw! I hope you guys can see what we're looking at. It's a pterodactyl coming in for a kill. Anyways, you always pause a video for nature. Federal law. But, you know, here's where humans start fucking up. Not to go waxing all philosophical. When we have enough time and food, and we got all that shit solved, shelter, we start coming up with reasons to hate the guy next to us. And we need to evolve out of that. You know, black people in South Africa, calm the fuck down. You're too goddamn young. You didn't suffer. All right? You don't deserve to go steal somebody's fucking farm because their great-great-great-grandfathers fucking settled it, bought it from somebody, or pushed somebody out for it. Get over it. We're all humans. If every white person in Africa left today, you motherfuckers would start killing each other like you do anyways over some tribal shit that you don't even understand. Black Americans, same thing. I don't owe you a fucking thing. Nothing. You get respect when you give it, I'll give it back to you. But I don't feel sorry because I'm an ugly pink motherfucker. I didn't pick this motherfucking meat suit. It was issued to me. So get off my ass about it. Because I am not going to be fucking guilted into anything. Sorry about that. I got a little emotional. I can see the color of my face went from pink to red. It's high blood pressure. Yeah, let me do some deep breathing. Hang on. It's okay to be white. It's okay to be white. You're okay, Mike. You're okay. All right, I'm back with you. So listen, I am a lover of humanity. These fucking ugly pink lips have planted themselves on black faces and breathed life into them when they were no longer able to survive without me. I didn't think about the color of their skin. And for all you cop haters, let me tell you something about that. Never, when I was in a violent confrontation, never did I have time to think about the color of the person that I was trying to stop from killing or hurting me. Never. What I was focused on was a threat to my life. And then when it was all over, I was hoping that I'd be the one that was still alive, and I am. Now, I don't care, and there are racist cops, there has to be, because cops are part of humanity. But for the most part, we're just trying to get through the day. Now, I'm retired, for those that don't know who I am. I've been retired a long time. But in the old days, when you would have expected a lot more racism, I never saw one cop call somebody the N-word. I heard him talk about it, you know, and I didn't appreciate it. Well, what'd you do about it, Michael? Did you step up and defend us? Well, have you ever fucking stood up and said, stop fucking with the crackers? I don't think so. So I'm a realist, you know what I'm saying? I never let anybody abuse somebody in my presence, white, black, or otherwise. So, yeah, this conversation's kind of rambled along. I'm not sure quite how to end it.
Ooh, water.
Ooh, water. Let's end it this way. Look. The deep swamp of North America. How many people have been murdered and buried there? We'll never know. It's very pristine, though. So, yeah, I don't know, man. This is what we do out here. My daughter and I, we just come up with shit to talk about. Sorry if I offended anybody. Sorry, not sorry. Just kidding. All right, you guys. Well, so we're going to keep on walking and see where this road leads. But I just wanted to say hi, and I want to thank you guys for the well wishes. And in summary, Americans, don't hate your country, man. You're living in the best fucking country on earth, and I don't give a fuck what you say. I've been around, man. And the one thing that's constant is, there's a couple things that are constant about America. Nobody's sneaking the fuck out. Everybody's sneaking in. All these communist and socialist countries that you want to be like Venezuela, they're scratching and clawing their way to get over here, to get what you have, the freedoms you have. You don't like guns? Don't fucking have one. But when you fight to get a right taken away from an American, remember, once a right's gone, it never comes back. Why would anybody want to give up a right of self-defense? Remember, criminals have guns because they're criminals, and they'll always have, just like they have drugs. Drugs are illegal. Man, I'm covering all kinds of subjects. Let's hook this way. Okay. So, you know, don't let other people do your thinking, man. Think for yourselves and just let common sense prevail. You know, if you hate Trump, fucking hate him. But if he's helping the country, vote for him. You don't have to like the guy. If Obama did 1 fucking % of the shit that Trump did, I'd be giving him a fucking virtual blowjob on the internet. Okay? It doesn't have anything to do with what people tell you about people. Just fucking think for yourselves. And support the NRA because I'm wearing an NRA shirt. My son got it for me. Anyways, I'm going to head back to nature. Love you guys. Be safe.
Bye.
Bye.